with the upgrade day here, we're going to have a look at the best ways that you can grind as many packs, as many picks as you possibly can. And it will work for all of the team of the seasons, but obviously this one is more specific to the Bundesliga. Today we got the 83 times 10, well no, we got the 83 player pick, 1 of 4, but we got it 10 times. So this is the 2 gold squads, 1 rare and 2 rare, the rest is just common, and we can do it 10 times, and I can imagine by the looks of it, it should be every day. It's going to cost you a good amount of gold commons, but very easy to grind out after a few of the methods. So let's see if we can get any team of the seasons in here. We're going to start off with a double, which is always nice. Always take the 90. We then move into another 83. Oh, okay. 83 galore on that one. Not very good. Move back into the third one. Can we go back? Yeah, we go to an 84. Okay, we'll take it. Then we go into another team of the season. Maybe not. We'll go for Declan Rice. Fair enough. Then into the 5th, halfway done, we're going to get an 84. So it looks like we had a pretty good first one. Not so good on the rest of them, but the luck is still not turning. Okay, so let's see if we can go in this last. Got 4 left. Come on, give us one more. At least a Bundesliga one, a proper high rated. 83s everywhere. Come on, final 2. Give me final 2. Okay, Modric, that'll do. And then the final one is going to be a team of the season next to her. No, we're just going to get a Conte. So, still a good amount of fodder. Obviously, with the 87, we could put him into the exchange. We have got multiple places that we can go with Modric. Busquets and Eriksen could be a byproduct of it, to be honest. Because other than that, we have got the daily stuff to do. You've got the daily gold, the daily silver, and the daily bronze. That's going to help massively now to get as many gold commons into your team as possible. We then also have got the Premium Bundesliga and GPFBL upgrade, which we still have to do. And also, we do have... Oh no, in fact, is that one the Prem one? Oh no, that's the Premium, of course. I was thinking that. That's the one. The 83 times 7 is what I was thinking of. Then we obviously have got the 86 times 2 we need to do. And we did get the 80 plus player picks back again. That is going to be 6 players, 1 rare, and then the rest are common. So if we look at the 86 double, we've got an 85 times 2 and an 84 and an 83. So we'll get both of these done.
Are you looking for coins to improve your team? Then you need to head over to lootbar.gg, the most reliable and the best coin service you can find. Also, they have incredible 24-hour manual customer service that you physically cannot find anywhere else. But before finishing on lootbar.gg, make sure you are using JT11 to get 8% off coupon. Once you've gone through the payment, you'll be able to get your coins within the next 24 hours. Absolutely guaranteed. Also, with the code, you'll be able to get 5% more coins on every transaction. Make sure you do click the link either in the description or down in the comment section below.
So there's the first one done, nice and easy. We get the first 86 times 2 and we will open it just in case we get a duplicate, as we don't really want to get duplicates, even though I'd probably go against using any of them because they are going to be 86 and you only need technically an 85 at the minimum. Can we get team of the season? We cannot in the first one. English right back, it's going to be Big Boy. No, it's going to be Lucy Bronze. And Modric again, fantastic. He always likes to pop his head up. So you've got, like I say, you can put him into this upgrade, but to be honest, I'm just going to go ahead and whack him in the exchange because as well with the 87s, they are the perfect thing, or the perfect rating, to be able to get the most back for rares, because obviously the kind of ratio of rares to commons, I believe someone's worked it out that the 87's the best. You get the most rares for the kind of pack that you get, sort of thing. So we're going to whack 2 in there because the main thing is using this as a cycle to go round. So obviously my club is relatively stocked full of everything, and that is a mixture of grinding the game as normal, but then also buying some packs. I'm not going to sit here and say I grind everything every day because that would be tedious. Whenever doing these SBCs as well, always try and go for the absolute kind of minimum that you can go for. So when we look at this 84 rated team, what I normally do is I go for 83s in it, and then I'll go to the very end, and then I'll mix in some of obviously the 84s as well, depending on what I need. So for instance, we go all the way here, we realize we've missed a spot, which is fantastic, and we know that's an 83. So if we move one up, we'll go into the 84s and we'll see what is the next kind of level. So do we need 3 of them? Do we need 4 of them? Obviously with the 83 rated squad, if I'm just using 83s, all you have to do is 9 83s and 2 82s. That will give you a perfect 83 rated team. So you don't have to go any more than that. And I would always try and go for the minimum. If your club isn't necessarily full on gone in stocked everywhere, then that's fair enough, because obviously if you've not got them, then what else are you meant to do? Just wait until you do. Sometimes you just want to get it done and out the way. So like I said, with this, you want to go with 9. You could make it more efficient and go with all of your Bundesliga players as well. That obviously helps for the grind with the premium and kind of how you're kind of making as many packs as you want as we go forward. So as you see, that's the next 86 times 2. Pray that we don't see another Modric, as he seems to be in full swing today. And then we've finally got the 83 times 7 for the Bundesliga as well, which hopefully should have a team of the season in it. So I'm pretty sure, did I take out the 2? No, we didn't. I was going to say, did I claim these 2 yet? Let's see what we get in this then. I don't know who my best team of the season pull is from the Bundesliga, actually. I don't think I've had many. I've not really kind of gone too heavy with the Bundesliga. And to be honest, there's probably a good reason for it. Still no blue in these. We've managed to get 1 and double 86s. Again, we could go with 2 different options with this. We could put them both in the exchange and just take out all of the rares into the premiums. We could then obviously do more common upgrades. You can go do more player picks if you really wanted to. With the 83 times 7... that is going to require an 86, so to be honest, that comes in pretty handy. Again, it goes to normal again, 9 86s, and then going for 2 85s will give you the perfect one. It's not always common that you have that many anyway, but just in case you do, we obviously can utilize that formula as well. So we'll go with the 2 85s, and that is it. So that should be everything on that first one. And then for the final one, who have we got? I don't even know, what was it? 84. So again, 9 84s, 2 83s, so we'll get that done. So that is the 83 times 7 done. We did actually do the Prem one as well. I was absolutely gutted when I saw the Prem and it came out gold. I was like, okay, well, what is this? But we've now got the Bundesliga proper one. Even if the name is kind of messed up, we should have it somewhere. Oh, it's going to be at the back, isn't it? Well, you do get a few packs back. Obviously, the bronzes will just open up on the web app. Any sort of 83 player picks that require all of them kind of gold commons, I would just squad build with common or lowest at the minimum on the actual web app, as it is way, way quicker. We should be able to see this final one now then. See if we can get the blue. What is it going to take? Honestly, they just point you towards promo packs, I swear. This is going to be Muller, I can imagine. I don't think there's actually many. Oh, no, it's not. It's going to be Dalman. So there is a lot of kind of 84s to 85s at the moment. As you see here, you can, again, go with whatever you need to with putting them in. You can go and put them into more upgrades. I would suggest potentially the Team of the Week pick is a great one for the 83s now, just because if you've done all of your upgrades for that day and you get them duplicate, I'd just go ahead and whack them in there, especially if we do get something that does require Team of the Weeks again. We actually have 1 more 86 double. I didn't know that. So after rinsing the club, we've managed to do it. 86 times 2, we've done it 3 times. So every upgrade for today is done. It must admit, it's going to take a lot of fodder every single day, but we get the 83 times 7, I think it is every 2 days, so it's not like it's every single day with this one. Can we get a blue? Honestly, it just makes you want to open up a player pack. Who on earth even is that? Oh, a Reho, of course. But we do get another 87, which I suppose is going to be great for the grind. So once you've done your daily stuff, you've kind of seen what you've got, you can then kind of judge what you want to do. And I must admit, if you're in my position getting, I suppose, 1 team of the season, we can't be too ungrateful. I mean, at least we got a 90. You can go either 1 or 2 ways with how you actually grind this game out. And it depends on what do you want to do. Are you looking at the premium Bundesliga upgrades? Are you looking at the 80 player picks? Are you looking at the 77 plus? I don't think there's a wrong option, to be honest, with obviously all of them. The 77 upgrade, the main reason why you do that is purely on the fact you don't need 11 rares in it. It's always a good starting point. The 11 rares normally is the better one. Normally, it depends on how you want to do, but it will give you a lot of duplicates, so there is a lot of maintenance in going round. The 80 player pick is probably one of the better ones for consistency, because obviously you can just go keep putting everything back in and in and in. You only need 1 rare, so that normally is pretty easy to do. So that again is not a bad one. And you do have the chance at the Mixed League as well, which now has CR7. So that's kind of a big reason to whether you do get it is going to be a real big shout, to be honest. I don't think I've had many Team of the Seasons from these. If the 80 plus player, if the 81 player pick was anything to go by, it was shocking. Like, genuinely, I think in total I probably did about 40 to 50 of them, and I got one throwaway Team of the Season. Not barely even fodder as well. I think the first 25 I got 286s. So it isn't, where even am I? Rares. It isn't sometimes the greatest way, but I'd say at the very minimum, it's normally great for fodder building, especially if you are looking to do the daily stuff, because realistically, the 3x86 double should be the ones that get you the Team of the Seasons. That's going to be the big thing. So grinding in your 83s, your 84s, your 85s are the perfect thing. And that's where the Bundesliga packs might fall down a little bit, because there's only so many you can get. There's not going to be 50 to 60 83s that you can get from it. So to me, I personally really like the player picks for that, even if it is just for a fodder purpose more so than anything, and they are very quick to grind out as well. Plus, in terms of duplicates, unless you build like 50, you can just keep going one-on-one. I would suggest trying to grind out a few at a time. Like, this is just boring as anything once you get to about 10, because it's a constant back and forth, but if you do build the 50, it is very rewarding opening them all up at the end. I must admit, I do like that part of it. It's the building bit that I don't like. But I do think that is kind of one way that you can go with it. There is loads of different kind of upgrade methods that you can go with as well. And it all depends on what do you want to do with the fodder. So 88 is going to be perfect. It's already owned. I think, yeah, he's going to be duplicate untradeable. So when it comes to what do you do with the fodder, because that's always the question, because I can keep doing these player picks until I run out. What do I do then? It's the biggest question that everybody asks, because if I go and say, oh, put everything into the exchange, it's like, well, what if I wanted to complete a player? Then you've kind of got to look at it two ways. It's either you want to grind out Leroy Sané. If you are trying to grind it for upgrades, you will spend minimal amount of coins. Sometimes you even make stuff. With obviously the 6 SBCs, all of these are tradable packs. I'm not saying that you're going to get everything. Like, you're not going to pack a Team of the Season in every single one of these packs. And probably 1 in 500 will pack a Team of the Season in them. They're very hard to get out of tradable packs, let alone one that's actually worth it. But you are putting yourself at the chance of the minimum. Selling anything that's tradable is going to minimize the cost. Now, when it comes to these upgrade packs, with the 80, say if I want to just do the 80 player picks, they're brand new, then obviously the exchange is going to be the perfect thing to start with, and trying to get them 89s is going to be a great thing. And what I normally kind of preach with these is, when it comes to the duplicate fodder, if I'm not ready to complete an SBC, throw said player into the exchange. Then if, for instance, I've done all of my 50 player picks, I'm a couple of squads off Sané finished, but I haven't got no more players, I want to keep the ones I've got, then go buy an 89. It's as simple as, because what you can do from that, so for instance, say I've got an 89 in the club, I don't even know who the cheapest is at the moment, but say we look at the cheapest by the price, so we go over here, we'll be able to see that the 89 is currently coming in at 18,000 for Walker Peters, 19k for Villali if you really wanted to, 17k for Davis, so that's going to be the perfect pickup if you can get him for that. So always look, I don't even know, what's his first name? Is it, well, that's not Davis, let's have a look. So his first name, okay, that's a lot easier to look at. So if I go for this, I think I've already got him in fact, but for instance, say we go ahead and we'll go, not 100k, we'll whack in, what, 18k? Oh, I missed him. Say you're looking for him that's kind of the example. If he's coming in on Footbin at 17, you could see a 16 there, or you can obviously go for the 90 or go for Walker Peters. So then I'm like, okay, I've got an 89, 90, 91, whatever the cheapest at that point is. Then what you can do from there, so for instance, if I go for golds, we'll go Ruben Diaz. It's not really going to make a difference. So with this, we've got the 51 players. So if I've bought him for 17,000, already I'm 4,000 profit compared to just buying the cards outright. So I can't go and buy 51 players that are cheaper than this and actually get rares as well. So if I kind of just, oh, of course I've got a duplicate. So if I go ahead and just open up a couple of the packs that we've got saved here, what I could do then is I can find the 51 because I think it's going to be right at the back. But we do get some small gold players, so anything like this, sell. absolutely sell anything tradable, even if you have to discard. Obviously, I've got some coins, so I'm not too fussed, but most players, if you don't want to sell them and kind of try and get that extra 100, 200 coins, then just discard them and get the coins at least from the tradable, because that's at least going to give you some money back. May not be loads, but it all adds up at the end of the day. If we were to discard the whole thing, we get 2,000 back. That's already given ourselves, what, nearly 10% back to an 89 when they were about 20k. That's kind of like their price normally. That's going to be perfect in the long run. Sometimes you can get something good out of these. It's very unlikely. I think that's Nunez. Yeah, so again, we can go discard 2,000 coins, and we can keep doing that with all of our tradable stuff. So that's going to be just from, I don't even know what upgrade. I'm assuming the 86 times 2, but we get another one, see what we can get. Another gold, and it's going to be Portuguese. If we do get any walkouts, then obviously that's going to be really nice for actually getting a little bit of profit back, and we can then go and buy the cheapest 89. So I think that should give me 30. So then with the 51, this is going to be the pack that starts off the grind again. Say I've got no golds, the 51 players. What we can do from here is we can get some good players from it. We've managed to get 89s before. We're going to get Bunny, which is an 85 or an 86. What is she? I can't remember. She's an 85. So at the minimum, you can't physically get an 85 from buying them. We've got an 84, couple of 83s, got plenty of fodder players, and then a couple of other players as well. So already we physically cannot buy the value that we've got back here. We do have a few tradable players as well, which I think are here. I'm just going to put them in the discard as it's much easier to deal with. Obviously got ourselves a little bit of coins back there, but that isn't the plan really. You could do that without opening up these. So then from here, what I would do is I would go ahead and change all of these round. We can then go ahead and start building some player picks again. Or you can go build the premiums or non-premiums, depending on what you want. Premium-wise, I would buy 87s. Like I said, you get the better ratio for the rares to gold commons, because the gold commons are always going to be better off now in the 80 player pick rather than going to the gold upgrade, because you only have to give up one and then it's 5 other players. So you do tend to get quite a decent reward back. But if I'm just grinding these 80 player picks, what we can do from here is we'll go into the new, and with them 51 players, say they're the only golds in my club, I've managed to just get it down to a point like that, I can just go ahead and start whacking them in. And the best thing about kind of the player picks is if I'm looking to obviously finish them also, for instance, I finished that one, we can actually see who we've actually missed, because we can just go and add them back into the upgrade. So we can see there we've got 10 more, well, 10 more left. We go put all of them in. So we're going to repeat that process, get everybody in, and then you can obviously keep some of the players you wanted. So for instance, the 86 with Shaw, we can go ahead and keep her. That's a free 86 for the fodder that we've got. So every 51 player pick or 51 player packs, you should be able to get roughly at about 8.5 player picks every time. So 9 every time if you don't get anything you want. So for instance, Shaw, Koulibaly, if I don't put them in, then obviously they're going to be a little bit less on the ratio. So the first one we're going to get an 82, which will just go back in. Most duplicates will just go back in unless they are at a decent rating. 82 again, which is always the great shout. Hopefully something good will come from these. 83 fodder builders. The main thing for this is to get the kind of fodder for tomorrow, and then we can kind of just keep going with the club that way. So hopefully we can get more than an 83, because at the minute it's not a great sign, but you should be able to eventually hit at least one decent pull. Sometimes the weight is up and down. I've had times where I've really hit some fodder and other times where it has just been awful. So it is literally a luck of the draw. Final one is going to be an 84. So I'm going to go with the 82 just so I don't have to deal with fodder. What we can do from here then, and this is the kind of extra bit that you can go with, is the fact that you can then go ahead and put the 87 into a upgrade, an exchange. Now, depending on how lucky you are, depends on how quickly the process can just keep resetting. But for instance, I've put a few players back into the club, a couple of 83s. I've managed to get another 19 players for that same 51,000. So that is another, what, if there's 6, 12, 18, so another 3 player picks. And the whole point is that you can keep grinding that way. Now, a lot of the time, the problem is what about the coins coming back? That's always going to be the interesting part, because you can keep doing this, but as long as you've got coins, then you kind of need to be able to do that. And that's where the tradable packs really come in clutch here. So all of them daily upgrades, the challenge SBCs, everything that you can complete that is tradable packs back, that's what you want to be finishing every day, because that is the whole point of this, is to get as much coins in from tradable packs. If obviously you are just keeping everything that's tradable and putting it into SBCs, that is where your money will go down, and that's fine if you've got a lot of coins. Like if I'm sitting at 1.3 mil, kind of buying these 51 player picks is gonna take a long time to go down. If you're sitting on like 100, 200k, it might go down pretty quickly, depending on how quickly you get it done. But even then, I think the normal time of kind of doing these upgrades, it probably won't go down that much. But like we said with the players, even the Konate, if you're trying to finish him off, he's going to have tradable packs. You'll be able to sell everything from them. Then obviously playing matches at the same time as well. Plenty of objectives is going to have packs also to help you get golds, help you get more players. And also there is some tradable packs that you can get every now and then. And even just doing kind of like rivals and champs, you're going to get tradable stuff and coins back as well. So it isn't necessarily a kind of just complete coin suck, because realistically you want to try and do this as much for free as possible. But that is where doing all of these players and kind of getting these extra packs is just going to help that little bit more. Then going into the exchange, being thrifty with it. If you need to do just the 89s, then do that. Then any duplicates that you get that don't want to go in players yet, put them back into the exchange. You get yourself an extra 19 players. For instance, with this one, we get 6 rares, 19, so we get 13 commons. That is going to be from that same, say, 20,000 coins that we did before. And we're going to get, I didn't even see the position. We get Lucy Bronze again. So another 87 back into this. This is the whole point of it. And it's working perfectly right here for me. So don't think that this is going to be every time. And it's not as if I'm just this lucky. Sometimes you can do this 5 times over and you might not get a walkout. But there's still a decent chance. So again, we've now got that same 17, 18,000. We've got another 19 players on top again. So we've just gained an extra 6 player picks again. It is that easy when it comes to it to just get that lucky. Sometimes you get another 51. I've managed to open a 51 player pack, get Rodri in it. There's another 51. So you've got 102 players. You've got roughly like 20 picks, give or take, from that 118,000. And that's the secret of it. It's very easy, and it's why I do sometimes prefer the player picks that little bit more, as it's a lot more efficient with the kind of repackage of it. Because we only need 1 rare, it just makes life sometimes that little bit easier. So let me know down below if you enjoyed this method. Make sure you do subscribe, check the videos on screen, and hopefully you do get a lovely Bundesliga team of the season. Peace.